Welcome back. Over the summer, in July, Blackboard ran an upgrade on its system. So although you may have taken a Blackboard class in the past, there have been some changes made that you need to be aware of. First of all, when you log in and you go to your Classes tab, you'll still see your classes in the top middle of the screen. However, if you draw your attention to the top right of the screen, you're going to see your name, a notification alert, and a drop-down arrow. If you select that drop-down arrow, you now have some options. From this area, you can do things like check your grades or view a calendar. And these are the two probably biggest items in this area, specifically the calendar. If you choose calendar, what Blackboard will now do for you is it will load a calendar, and on this calendar it will show you all of the current classes that you're enrolled in, and it will show you the assignments that are due on each day. It will also color code them. So as you can see, American history is going to be in red, biology is going to be in a very dark purple, English 12 in this case is in a magenta color. So now you can see on each day, so for instance on the 28th, I have these 3 biology assignments due. On the 29th, I have 2 history assignments due. I have some more history assignments due on the 4th. I have some more due on the 6th. English, as you can see, I have 3 due on the 30th. I have 4 due on the 6th. Now notice some teachers will, like in previous years, make multiple assignments due on the same day. We're assuming that you are working on them throughout the week. So just because you see all of these assignments due on Friday does not mean you should wait until Friday to do all of them. They will really add up, and it will make your Friday miserable in this case. For instance, take a look at the 6th. With just 3 classes, right now you have 8 assignments due that day. You would certainly not want to wait until that day to start all of those assignments. So even though they're marked as that day, that is when they're finally due, you should be working on them throughout the week. And also, Blackboard now makes it easier to get to those assignments. In order to get to an assignment, click on the assignment name, and now you can select Go to this assignment, and it will take you directly to that assignment. Now keep in mind, some teachers do post videos that are not in the assignment information, that are above it. So you should still be continuing to go to the assignments area in the course as well, just to make sure there's not any extra information posted above the direct assignment. Something else I want to draw your attention to that is different when completing an assignment. Before, you had a box to type in your assignment, and then you had a box that if you had any comments you could add to it. Now, in order to get the box to appear where you need to type your assignment, you need to select Type Submission. Please do not type in the Add Comments box. That is not where you are supposed to have your work for the assignment. You need to click on Type Submission, and here is where you're going to put in your work. As always, do not type directly into the box. Always type your work in Microsoft Word, save it, and copy and paste it in the box. That way, should something happen with your submission, it doesn't go through, your internet flickers, you always still have it saved in Microsoft Word, and it's very easy to retrieve, and you don't need to go back and redo it. So you'll put your work in the box, submit work here, or if you need to attach a file like a PowerPoint, you can also do that from here, just like you did before. And you'll come to the bottom and select Submit. And then it will take you to what you submitted, and it will show, of course, no score at this point because it hasn't been graded yet. If the assignment self-grades, like some of the quizzes do, you would get a score automatically for that. Okay. So again, to recap those changes, you have the calendar feature up here. And there's also been a change in how to submit assignments. One other area that really has changed a lot from last year, so those of you who were familiar with using the My Grades area, it does look very different now. When you go to the My Grades area, we're going to give this a minute to load, it's going to start with giving you your marking period grades. So before, it used to start with the assignment name, the first assignment name for the marking period that was due. So now it's going to start with your marking period grades. You need to scroll down. Next thing, it's going to show you the assignments that were submitted. Okay. Normally, before that, if you have assignments that are graded, they will show up first. So assignments that are graded, then assignments submitted, and then you're going to see upcoming assignments. So your My Grades area is no longer in date order. Now it's in the order of, these are the assignments that you've submitted that have been graded, these are the assignments that you've submitted that haven't been graded yet, and these are the assignments that you still have not completed yet of the course. You will also notice here it says description underneath the submitted assignment. Once that assignment has been graded, if the teacher makes some comments on that, you will see a link that says comments, and you will need to click on that to get the comments. Really important that you take that extra step. Check your comments. Sometimes a teacher will tell you, you can resubmit this, or will correct an error so that you don't continue to make that error in future assignments. As always, as you're working in the course, please, if you're struggling, if you have questions, make sure that you ask for help. Either ask your teacher, ask Mrs. Garris, that would be me. You can call, you can email, you can text me, but make sure you go ahead and get that help that you need. One other final note, I do want you using the calendar feature. It's really, really helpful, but always, just to be on the safe side, make sure that you're regularly checking your school email or whatever email you're using to communicate with your teachers, and also regularly check your announcements. Sometimes teachers will post announcements of extensions or due date changes, and those changes might not make it on the calendar. So make sure, even though you're using that calendar, you're also checking your class, announcements, assignments, and My Grades area, just to make sure that you are getting everything that you need to get. Again, if you have questions, please make sure you contact me.